Opposite. Opposite, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That was just...
Opposite's good. Okay, so those are just a couple. I mean, we could go on to a degree of 5, etc., right? So then let's go down here, and we've got determine the following characteristics. So now I just want to talk about the characteristics. To get the y-intercept, that means your x value equals 0. So all you have to do is plug in 0 for all the x's. So what would the y-intercept of this one be? Because that's what it's saying here. What is f of 0? In other words, when x equals 0...
it would be 6. No. 0. No.
Think. Don't guess. If you plug in 0 for all the x's, what would you get for an answer? 16.
Yeah.
16 minus 0 is 16,
yeah.
Right? Because 16 minus 0 to the 4th equals 16. Okay. I would like to know what the leading term is. It doesn't have it here, so I'm going to add it. What is the leading term? And be careful. That doesn't necessarily mean the one that's in front. That means the one that has the biggest degree.
It's the 4.
What is the leading term?
Wouldn't it be? Oh, is that not?
I need the whole term. Negative x to the 4th. The whole term. From that term, I can get all my information. What is the leading coefficient? No.
Negative x.
No. Do you see this right here? The answer is in that leading term. What is the leading coefficient?
-1.
There it is. It's the number in front of the x. What's the degree?
4.
Since the leading coefficient is negative, what is the right in behavior?
Negative.
Since the degree is even, what is the left in behavior?
Negative.
Also known as the same. Okay. So let's look at some other stuff. Now we get to talk about multiplicities. An even number of multiplicities means, remember when we had something like x minus 3 squared? What's the HK for this right here?
3, 0.
The vertex actually sat on the x-axis, right? And then it would bounce.
Yep.
Okay, so that's all that's happening here. If we have an even number of multiplicities, our graph is going to touch there and turn and go the other direction. An odd number means it's going to cross. For example, a line is an odd number. It's 1. It crosses straight through. But then we've graphed cubics, right? And as it goes for that root, it kind of flattens a little as it goes through, correct? That cubic would go like this. It didn't cross the same way as a line. Yeah. Okay. So the bigger that number gets, the flatter it'll get. So let's start with this one right here. It's already factored for factor all these. So f of 0 is going to be my y-intercept. What is f of 0?
-9. No.
0. 0 plus 3 squared equals, what's 0 times anything? 0. So we actually have a root at 0, and that's because of this factor right here. X equals 0 and x plus 3 squared equals 0. Based on that, if you were to FOIL it out, can you figure out what the leading term would be? I got x times x plus 3. Leading term be. X times x is, and then I'd have to multiply it by this. So I have x cubed. What's the leading coefficient?
1.
What's the degree?
3.
What's the right in behavior? What's the left in behavior? There we go. Okay. We have a root at 0, but we also have a root at where? Where's my other root? This is going to be x equals -3, but it has a multiplicity of 2 because of that little degree there. It's basically telling me this is x plus 3 equals 0, x plus 3 equals 0, right? So it's occurred twice. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Those are all my roots. At x equals 0, what's the multiplicity? It's just 1, isn't it? X to the first power. So that means it's going to cross. It's going to come down. It's going to come back up to get this root. But this has a multiplicity of 2, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So therefore, it's going to bounce and go back down. What was the left-in behavior? There you go. Let's try some more. X plus 2, x minus 2 squared. What's the y-intercept?
It would be.
You don't have to guess. You don't have to try to do it in your head. Do the math and quit guessing. That's straight up guessing.
16.
What's -2 squared?
4.
Times 2.
8.
8. So I got a y-intercept about, I'm just, going to plot it right there.
I did the 2 and the 2 first, and then I squared it.
No, you got to do this. Exponent comes first before multiplying. Okay, so now we need to figure out what the leading term would be. So this would be x squared multiplied by another x. So what will we get?
X to the third.
Okay, what's right-in behavior? Left-in behavior. Okay, now let's figure out our roots. To figure out our roots, we take our factors, which are these things up here that are being multiplied, and we solve them. So I have x plus 2 equals 0, and I have x minus 2 squared equals 0. So this one is x equals -2.
Yes.
The other one is going to be x equals 2, but what's different about it? It's got a multiplicity of 2. So because it has a multiplicity of 2, what's going to happen at that root? It's going to bounce. Okay, so then let's plot them. What is the right-in behavior?
Infinity.
What's the left-in behavior? So at this right root, it's supposed to bounce. It's going to go up and it's going to grab this y-intercept. It may go higher after that. I don't really know. And then it's going to come back down and go through the other root. Keep in mind when you graph these, you cannot create another root. Try another. So this one has a what? Leading term. What is our y-intercept?
-16.
Okay, -16. Everybody see why? -2 cubed is -8 times +2 is -16. If I set x plus 2 equal to 0, one of my roots is going to be what? X equals?
To x to the fourth, or wait.
Just x equals -2.
Oh, yeah.
And then if I take x minus 2 cubed, doesn't that mean this root is occurring 3 times?
Yeah.
Okay, so I end up with x equals 2 multiplicity 3. If it's odd, does it bounce? No, it's going to cross, but it's going to flatten. It's not going to cross like a line does. It's going to flatten a little like a cubic does. So we got 1, 2, At that -2, it's going to cross like a line. Then we have 1, 2, and this is going to be our multiplicity of 3. Okay, let's look at our leading term. This one would be x cubed times x, so x to the 4th. What's the leading coefficient? Degree? Right end behavior. Left end behavior. Okay. So this side apparently is going up, and this side's apparently going up. We okay with that?
Yeah.
At this root right here, it's going to flatten and cross. It's going to come down, and then it's going to go up. Because you have to connect all. Got a few more to practice? Oh, got more roots in this one. Plus, this one will be a little trickier on getting your leading term. Let's start off with our y-intercept. If I plug 0 in, what do I get? I encourage you to plug it into this one.
Oh, wait, 2.
Yep. So we have a root at 0. You're not learning. Right now, I can tell you Logan's learning. Roots. I'm going to take each one of my factors, and I'm going to set them equal to 0. So I have 2x minus 1 equals 0. I have 3 minus x equals 0. And I got x plus 4 equals 0. So we take our factors, which means we have to be able to factor so that we can get them. So the first one will be, bless you. Oh, by the way, this was squared. So this is x equals multiplicity. Okay, this one would be x equals, we'll subtract the 3, but then we'll multiply by a -1, and that's going to give us 3. Multiplicity, 1, right? Just occurs once. That means it's going to cross just like a line does. This one is x equals, it'll cross like a line does. So our roots are x equals -4, 3, and 1/2 multiplicity 2. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 1, 2, 3, and then we got a half in there. What would the leading term be? Be careful. This is squared. Then we have to multiply it by -x, and then we have to multiply it by x. There's more to it than that.
Oh, wait.
Is it a negative?
Yeah.
-4x to the 4th? Yeah. Okay, so what's my leading coefficient? Since my leading coefficient is negative, what's my right end behavior? My degree is, since my degree is even, what is my left end behavior? Okay. So now we know from each root, we're going down. The furthest, the 1/2 root is where we bounce, right? So this is going to cross. It's going to come over here and pick up this root. It's going to bounce. It's going to go up here and get that, and then it's going to come on down. It could go up here like this as well. As a matter of fact, I can guarantee you it probably does. You see how they're just rough sketches. But it is a connect the dots. Don't create any new dots. Okay, now we have to factor. Is there a GCF? What is it?
An X.
That last term doesn't have an
Oh,
X.
never mind, yeah.
So then all we're doing is we go straight to grouping since there are 4 terms. So what do the first two have in common?
An X.
They have more than that.
X squared.
X squared, leaving me with X minus 4. What are the last two? Negative 1. Remember, this sign always has to come out. We have X minus 4. Are we done?
No.
No, we have a difference of squares, don't we?
Yeah.
Parentheses, 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 X minus 4. We get a plus and a minus. So take the square root of this and put it in front. And what do we get? Take square root of that. Now we have all our roots. So our roots are X equals negative 1, X equals positive 1, and X equals 4. So for roots, I'm going to say X equals negative 1, comma 1, comma 4. They're all a multiplicity of what? 1. Y-intercept. What's our y-intercept? That should take 2 seconds. Thank you. Whatever the constant is, that is your y-intercept because all the x's become 0. What's the leading term?
Hold on.
X cubed, what's the leading coefficient? 1. What's the right in behavior since the leading coefficient is 1? The degree is? What's the left in behavior? Okay. So we have a root at negative 1, at 1, and at 4. Behavior going down. And we're going to cross at all the roots just like a line would. So we're going to come down, grab this, go up, grab our y-intercept, and come back down. So you see why you have to be able to factor. Questions, problems?